So good evening, children, and welcome to another amazing episode of Inspiring Young Minds. And today we are in session 45. And today's topic is very important, especially in the months of March, April, May, June, because various children have exams in these 3-4 months, right? So today's topic is going to help you study better, retain what you studied, and also put it down in your answer paper, right? So it's a very, very important topic to discuss, and please take down your notes, and whatever doubts you have, we'll discuss at the end of the session, right? So I'm going to start sharing my screen. Okay. So as I told you, today's topic is how to prepare for exams. See, many a times when you ask any student who's studying, and they would say, I want to study every day. I want to be prepared for all my subjects and whatever topics and chapters which my teacher has taught me. And I try to do this probably, the first or the second month of the school. Say if I'm going into the second standard right now, the first and the second month, once I get into the second standard, I would want to be ready with my homework and study and, prepare exactly what every day the teacher has taught me. However, after the third month or the fourth month, slowly we take it very relaxed way. And then when exam or test is told, all of us get very scared. We worry, we have some tension in our mind. We are scared that, we might not do well because we know we're not prepared. We feel everything is so hard to remember. We feel pressurized. There is headache because there is so much to learn and very little time. And all this causes so much of anxiety and stress in us that we feel we are surrounded with books and so much to read and so much to learn. And once you again read it after some time, you feel you've forgotten it. All this is because we are not studying on an everyday basis. Nevertheless, as I told you, this topic is going to help you prepare well for your exams. And it could mean any exams. It is not necessary if you're only in the second standard to third standard, this presentation is going to help you. It is for anybody studying whatever you are, right? So let's look at few tips. And I'm going to give you 10 tips today, which will help you study better and prepare well for your exam. So let's understand tip number 1. Have a defined study time on a daily basis. So like you have a timetable in school, have a timetable at home too. And that timetable should include your play time, your study time, and whatever else. If you have some other hobbies, you can do that also. And in that, when you have a defined study time, be very focused in that study time. So what should you do when you have a defined study time? In that time, you should set your goals for studies. Now, what does that mean? Imagine you have an exam in English tomorrow and you have 4 chapters to learn. You have 4 hours in hand. So 1 hour per chapter. That would help you goal set so that, it helps you easily study that subject or study the chapter and then look out through the question and answers, learn it, understand, and then reproduce so that next 1 hour, you will go to the next chapter. When you do this, I'm sure you'll feel hungry, you'll feel like thirsty. So you should reduce any distractions. Just think that, you have some Fevicol or some sticky substance on the chair you're sitting, that it does not allow you to move for the next 1 or 2 hours, the time which you have stipulated. And that way, you will reduce distraction. It could mean even using the restroom or drinking water at that time. If you think you will feel thirsty, you can keep a bottle of water next to you before you go to study, and before you sit on the chair, you can use the restroom. Like that, you can keep all your mobile phones or anything for that matter. You want to close the door and study, you should be able to do that, so that in case there are some new visitors in your house, nobody is going to disturb you. Next, as I told you to set time limits, it is very important for you to manipulate and have the maximum usage of the time for what you're going to study. Have a clock nearby so that it helps you see the time and again. And after 1 or 2, 3 days, this stipulated time to study should be recorded in your mind, and you should be very well prepared with your schedule. You should know, oh, it is 8 o'clock. That means I need to go for dinner. After dinner, I'm going to pack my bags. I need to clean my shoes. It could mean anything which you need to do for yourself. And when you do this properly, say over a period of 90 days, then you can reward yourself. You can put a tick mark on the calendar. Yes, I had a defined study time today. Put a tick mark. Again, like that, follow it for 90 days, 90. So when you follow it for 90 days, it will become your habit, and that will continue to become your lifestyle thereafter. Usually to develop a habit, a new habit, it will take you somewhere around 21 days. But then you know what will happen? After that 21 days, you will feel, oh, I know I can now study. And then you will become a little relaxed sometimes. And that is why they say only when you do it continuously for 90 days, we call it the 90-day magic. Only after that, you will get the reward. Tip number 2, organize your study table. Now, if you have a study table on in your house, then on that table, see that you remove as much as clutter as possible. If you're having an exam tomorrow, and if that subject is English, as I told you, keep all the textbooks, the notebooks, the workbooks of English alone on the table. Don't keep all the other subjects there. This way, it will help you to concentrate on that subject. Next is, you need to sort out whatever you have. Maybe your, stationery. You must have an organizer or a divider on your table so that you can keep everything handy. It could be your pencils, your sharpeners, your erasers, your pens. It could be color felts wherein you want to underline your answer paper, or it could be some revision thing, what you want to do. You want to have some loose papers to work out sheets. Whatever it is, see that it is very well organized on your table. Now, you should also wipe and disinfect and keep everything neat. So when you keep doing this over a period of time, you will see that always your study table is neat. And wherever you find neatness, it becomes very easy to concentrate. So when your table is neat, and when you come to sit and study, you will feel like studying. If it's a dirty table with things hanging here and there, it's very difficult to concentrate because it looks completely like a mess. Tip number 3. When you are a little elder, I'm not talking about very small children, I'm talking about probably when you're in teens, you would want to study with your study group. And cross-learning is very important. See, whenever 4 or 5 of us sit and learn, what happens is there would be an easy way where you would remember only because all of you sat and studied together. This will also help you think very creatively, and because you are in a group, it will help you build strong communication skills. This will make you more confident and comfortable for reaching your academic excellence. Tip number 4, you have to practice old question papers. So if you have a friend who has just completed your standard, what you can do is you can ask them their question papers. You can ask them what questions came when they did their final year exams, or whatever exam that can be, some competitive exams. And those exams, you can just take out those question papers and work out. Do this after you have finished at least revising once your subject, because it will give you a lot more time to stress on those areas where you need to concentrate and study more. If you only read these question papers and go for the exam, that's not a right way of doing your exams. I'll tell you the reason why. You might get even very good marks in your exams. I'm not defying or denying that. But then our purpose of education is to learn, is to understand, and is to apply. Now, when you want to do this, you will have to be in constant touch with your subject. So just by learning only the question paper exam questions and then preparing for an exam would not be the ideal way of studying. Next is tip number 5. You need to take intervals. Now, this is for people who are going to study for a longer period of time. Say it's a study holiday and you have your exam after 2 days, because today is a Saturday, no exam on Sunday. So Monday only you have your exam, and you have, say, around 12 chapters to study. So you can say, okay, I've got Saturday, let me finish 6 today and 6 tomorrow, being a Sunday. So I'm not asking you to sit for 6 long hours at a stretch. You can sit for about, say, 1 hour or 2 hours together, and then take a short 15-minute time break. Now, when you do this, there are many benefits and advantages. It improves your memory. It serves as an energy booster. It reduces stress, it improves health, and it boosts performance and creativity. So what would you do in that break? Even if I say a 10 or 15-minute break, it does not mean you need to sit in front of the television. No, it could mean that, you can just sit and probably meditate, or you can read some comic, or you can do some gardening, or you can just go and drink some hot cup of milk and come back. Whatever it is, take a time break between your study hours, especially if you're studying at a stretch for more than 2 hours at a time. Tip number 6 is exercise. Now you must be wondering, oh, should I exercise in the morning or in the night? Really doesn't matter, my dear children. You can just do any form of exercise. Maybe if you have a skipping rope, do some 50 skipping. If you have a ball, dribble your ball. If you have a place to play around, do that. Do some form of exercise so that it keeps you alert, your brain is active, and with this, you'll be able to study better. The improved advantages of exercise are it increases your energy. It helps you focus better at school. It boosts your metabolism. Why? Because you're sitting for a longer period of time, right? And it keeps you happy. It gives you a better mood. And after studying, when you sleep, it gives you a very good night's sleep. And when you sleep better, you would wake up in a much more higher energy, and you will feel, yay, I'm ready for another day. That's how you would feel. Tip number 7, drink lots of water. Water is a great drink choice for children. I will never advocate drinking any aerated drinks or anything else which is not good for your health. You can drink water, you can drink fresh fruit juices, you can drink a lot of buttermilk too, because summer is really coming, right? But why water? Water, because it is 0 calories and does not have sugar. When unnecessary sugar is loaded in your brain, it is not good for you. Water also keeps your joints healthy. It's good for your teeth and helps your blood circulate better in your health. It's also good for the mind. When you stay hydrated, it helps you focus and concentrate better. Tip number 8 is eating nutritious food. This is very important, my dear children. And when you look at this plate, you can see vegetables is actually much more than the grains and the proteins and the fruits. So eat as many vegetables as possible in a day and have at least 5 colors of fruits and vegetables: white, yellow to orange, red, green, and purple. So think about what all fruits and what all vegetables you ate in these colors. These help in a lot of brain development, heart development, muscle tissue development, and all which are very vital for your everyday walk of life. So when you actually go to fill your plate, see that more than half of your plate is with fruits and vegetables. And your grains would need at least 1/4 of the plate, because this will act to fill your stomach. And along with that, you take protein and a lot of dairy products. And this helps you take care of your teeth and the bones. So this is the way your plate should look. Tip number 9, relax and be confident. You're going to do it well and be very proud of yourself. Feel like a hero when you move out. And last but not the least, confront to your parents in case you feel you're not keeping good health, you're not comfortable writing the exam. Tell them and ask them for help and see how their help actually works like a magic for you. So it's very important. Sometimes you can tell your mom or your dad, Mama, I'm studying. Can you come and sit with me? And so Mama will also come and sit with you, and probably she might do her work and you will do your studying. So I'm sure these 10 tips were very useful for you children. Now I'm going to go to another 10 tips that you need to remember before you go in for your exam. 1, proper rest and sleep the day before the exam, which means if tomorrow is the exam, go to bed at least by 9:30, because that's going to keep you very, very energized and help you write and assimilate better. Next, whenever you think you want to set a goal for yourself, now imagine you're a very bright child, you're always getting in 90s, don't put your goal as 90. Put it a little more up, say 92 or 95. You have to set your bar standards up. So aim high. Next, read the question properly and then answer carefully. This is very important, especially in some subjects like maths, where you can just score centum, which means 100 out of 100. It's always better to read the questions well before attempting the answers. Next, don't panic. Even if you don't remember anything in that question, then go to the next question and come back to this answer later. First attempt the questions you know. So when you read the question paper, you know you're comfortable with certain questions. And put your best foot forward and then write the other questions. Ensure proper time management. This is very important, my dear children. 10 o'clock, if it is the time of your exam, try to be there at least by 9:30, 9:40. You know why? You don't want this last minute rush, right? You want to be relaxed. You want to know which room do you have to sit down with, which is your hall ticket, where is it? So give yourself at least half an hour to find out or figure out all these things in the new place. Next, do not waste time on tricky questions. Once you've written down the questions or the answers for those questions which you were confident, then most of your job should be done. Another maybe minuscule amount of work would be there, but don't waste time on that. Next, Mark the correct answers. Now, this you can do after coming home. You can mark the correct answers depending on whether you did it right or not. And you can come up with some marks to say, yes, I think I should be getting, first class, or I must be getting distinction. Whatever it is, please make a note of it. Next, avoid guesswork, my dear children. That's very important. You should never judge a person. Take them as they are, speak to them, and then get the work done. This is very, very, very important. Next, review your answers. If you've finished well ahead of time, just see you've pinned up your answer papers properly. And after that, whenever you're giving, see whether you have marked them properly, you've completed the answers, and you have a definitive mark between the previous question and the next question. So, how do I prepare well for my exams? You need to plan well, you need to prepare well, and you need to perform well. All the 3 P's are very important, especially if you're a student. And to see all our videos of Inspiring Young Minds, you can actually go to WhatsApp and you can, let us know so that we will send you the YouTube link, or you can subscribe to our channel. You can like, share, subscribe, comment, and press the bell icon. It's called Team Red Rockstars, Dr. Vidyaa's Smile Dental Clinic. With that, I come to the end of today's session. Thank you, my dear children. And I'm now going to come out to ask you. Yes, cuties. So, Adra, tell me, was it useful today's session?
Yes, ma'am. It is very useful. This year only I have exams. So, as you said, I will do it, ma'am.
Excellent, excellent. I want you to prepare well and study well and confidently go and write the exam. Exam is not something to fear. Exam is something to feel very happy because you are going to look at what you know and how you can present your answers. Okay? Best of luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, Mehak. So tell me.
This session is very good.
You liked it?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful, Faizan. Very nice to see you liked it.
Especially when you told the helpful tips about the exams, and the tips was really great. It was like to encourage us how to do the exam better, and your schedule was really great, and it was a really great presentation after all.
Thank you so much, Mehak and Faizan. I want you all to prepare well and study well. When is your exams coming up?
The exams have completed for us now.
Oh, for both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now it's your study holidays then.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do you have school immediately now, or it's 2 months of
Now
holidays?
Like we are going now, ma'am.
School is started.
Yes, ma'am. On April 25, the leave will begin.
Acha, after April 25, it's holidays, summer holidays. Okay. So you just had a short holiday after your exams, and then schools have started. You've gone to the next class.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So start doing your homework and study every day, so that it makes you feel very nice. And even if you have summer holidays, enjoy all the time, but just keep 2 hours for studying every day. Okay? Out of 24 hours, 22 hours you enjoy. 2 hours
Yes, ma'am.
study. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Lovely, beta. Wonderful. So wonderful having all of you today, and I'm sure you all enjoyed the session, and watch all the sessions on our YouTube. And no activities for today. The reason I did not give you any activity for today is because I want you all to study well, write your exams well, and all through the summer holidays, we'll have much more interesting sessions with a lot of activities. I think it's a long time since we all exercised and had fun with dance, right? So once all your exams get over, we will have a lot of fun things also. Okay? Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Wonderful, wonderful. So take care, children. Love you all, and very happy as always, to sit and talk to you and spend time with you. And as always, you're such an amazing children, and I love you loads. Take care. Thank you, Mahek and Faizan, for that heart from me too. Thank you, Adra, for the heart. Thank you. A heart from me to you too. Take care, children. Take care.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear.